Hey everyone, I want to talk to you from the subject, the danger of rushing a relationship. The danger of rushing a relationship. I was reading 1 Samuel chapter 25, the life of Abigail and David, and something stood out to me that I want to share with you. The Bible says that around verse 42 that Abigail arose and then rode on the donkey and was attended by 5 of her maidens. And then they followed the messengers of David. And get this, and Abigail became David's wife. Now, the most powerful thing about that passage is the fact that it says that Abigail arose in haste. She was in a hurry to get to David because she was ready to marry David. There's a whole lot that goes behind that, but here is the thing. They only had one conversation in the span of 10 days, and David decided to propose to her. But just because David proposed to her doesn't mean he was prepared for her. When you rush a relationship, you run the risk of aborting the healing process. And instead of your heart rehabbing, the relationship itself will become rehab for you. When you rush the relationship, you run the risk of sharing his or her heart with someone else. When you rush the relationship, you also run the risk of discovering their bed before you ever get a chance to discover their heart. Abigail moved with haste to marry a man who is emotionally and physically unavailable for her. He just previously estranged from his first wife, Michal. You can read that in verse 44. He's in the process of marrying another woman by the name of Ahinoam. You'll see that in verse 43. If you look at the next 2 chapters, you'll discover that he's unsettled in his career and he doesn't even have a place to live. But if that's not bad enough, in 2 Samuel chapter 3, you will discover that David doubles back and he goes back to his first marriage, Michal, and he rekindles that relationship. All the while, he is still married to this woman, Abigail, who arose in haste to marry a man who was emotionally and physically unavailable to her. So how can I help you? If Abigail had have asked some critical questions before she rushed into a marriage with David, she would have saved her heart grief. You want to ask these questions. Number 1, are you involved with anyone else at this time? Actually, you deserve to ask that question and you deserve to receive an answer. Number 2, are you emotionally connected to anyone from your past? Wait for an answer. Number 3, do you currently have margin in your life to pursue a dating relationship or something beyond that with anyone? Don't take for granted just because he is showing interest that he actually has margin in his life to actually date you, and the same goes with the woman. But here's the one she should have asked. Do you currently have someone else's heart inside of your hands? David had Michal's heart inside of his hands. And had Abigail just paid attention to this, she wouldn't have rushed in haste with a man who was not emotionally available for her. He may look good to you, she may look good to you, but are they emotionally available for you?